Hope you're excited today. There's some fantastic prizes to be won. Somebody could be sat in Oman. Thank you, Andrew.
No problem at all. It could be sat in one of these beach cabanas.
Hi, is that work? Excellent. Just to give you a couple of options on the chat. If you want to write to us all, change it to all panelists and attendees so that everybody can see. Hello, everybody. Hi, Sonia. You was the first person today to make the comment. Hi, Kiki. Hey, Lydia. Okay, it looks like we are good to go. Okay, everybody, thank you and welcome to this week's Arabian Corner. There's quite a few people that you'll probably recognise from previous webinars. So right at the top, we've got Ian from Ajman. Give us a wave, Ian.
Hello.
Far right-hand corner with a view behind him of where you could be sat is Andrew.
Morning, guys.
Hi, Andrew. And then we've got Sangeeta and Daniel from EMIRATES Hospitality Group. And
good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Away, Daniel. Perfect. Good, good. Okay, so in terms of the prizes, what we're going to do is the prize to win the trip to Oman. What we're going to do is we're going to do that on a spin to win. So you must be on the webinar right until the very, very end. And tomorrow I'll announce it on Facebook and we'll do a spin to win live. And the very, very lucky person will win the stay there, 7 days all inclusive. And what we'll do at the end, just after the question and answer sessions, we'll do the prize from Ian at Ajman Tourism, which is £50 onto your onboard account. You just need to make sure you signed up to ajmanrewards.co.uk. Okay, so Andrew, I'm going to hand over to you if you can introduce yourself and start the presentations.
Yeah, sure. Morning, all. Hope you're well. I'm just going to get the presentation up. Okay, so just want to check you can all see that. So welcome to the Millennium Resort Mussanah in the Sultanate of Oman. My name is Andrew. I'm the Director of Sales, Director of Leisure Sales for Europe. Started the position very recently, and previous to that, I represented the resort in the UK and Irish markets. So the Millennium Resort Mussanah, a wonderful 4-star beachfront resort located just outside Muscat, a short 45-minute drive north of Muscat International Airport, and a 60-minute drive to the central hub of Muscat. Relatively a new product in the UK market, and it's a wonderful sort of location to do a lot of sightseeing, go to Damiette Islands, which I'll touch on a bit later on, and also to see, of a fly and flop sort of beach destination. So the resort itself has been extensively renovated, and we've done a lot in brand new landscaping over the last sort of 12 to 18 months to make it more of a sort of leisure beach destination for our European clients. Like I mentioned, we're a 45-minute drive from Muscat International Airport, and we've got 234 rooms with separate building with 74 lavishly decorated apartments for long stay guests. We have an array of facilities, various different restaurants, bars, and a fun for the sort of children, family, and couples. So standard rooms are deluxe rooms. We got 105 of them, which are 31 square meters, consist of 1 king or 2 queen size beds. Great for families, the double beds, and also good for couples with very spacious rooms. We've got superior rooms, which are sea view rooms, exactly the same size. The only difference is the view of the rooms. These look out into the ocean and over our marina. And we've got some junior suites, which are slightly larger, great for families, where we can convert the living area into a bedroom for children. Executive suites more for couples. And then we have our apartments, which are in a separate building, separate check-in area. And these are more for long stay guests, so guests who are staying sort of 14 nights and above, and great obviously for sort of multi-generation families. Food and beverage options, we have our all-day buffet restaurant, Maidan, which overlooks the private marina and the Gulf of Oman. We've got various different themes, so we alternate them every single day in the evenings. We have a buffet breakfast, which is quite expensive, buffet lunch, and then buffet dinners. Then we have a zoo restaurant, which is our a la carte restaurant right next door to the swimming pool, and again overlooking the beach and the ocean. We have a shisha lounge, and we've just opened Almina Cafe, which overlooks our water park. We have 3 bars. We have the pool bar, we have the compass bar, and the deck bar. Again, offering a range of beverages. And we've sort of, over the last 18 months, as I mentioned, we've spent a significant amount of money regenerating the beachfront area and the lawn area. So we've planted new palm trees. We've added some new cabanas, which can be pre-booked. In general, we've just given the resort a nice overview. We've got a wonderful spa and fitness center. The fitness center's got all the techno gym equipment, which is fully equipped, brand new. We have a spa with 11 spacious treatment rooms, including the couples suite for privatization. And then we've got a range of leisure facilities, from an 18-hole mini golf course, tennis courts. We have 5 swimming pools in total, one of which is undercover for children. We have the 200-meter zip line that goes over the resort, and then we have the floating aquafun water park. So there's just a couple of images there that you can see, great for sort of couples, but also for the sort of older kids in us as well. And Oman is a wonderful destination as well for diving. It's got probably one of the top 20 in the world diving sites, with Damia Islands not far from us. So 60 minutes by boat or 45 minutes by speedboat from the resort. You can get to Damia Islands, where there's some wonderful snorkeling, some fantastic diving, and we've got our own paddy centre on site, which is a company called Sea Oman. We have got facilities for MICE, so banqueting, meeting facilities. If you've got business travellers going on holiday, we can we can give them a meeting room if they've got any calls that they need to do. But we can also cater for everything up to 2,000 people as well. And then nearby the resort, you've got an array of sightseeing activities. So you've got Al Sawik Fort, you've got Al Hazam Castle, Al Rustak isn't too far from us, and then you've got Nizwa up in the mountains, which is about an hour's drive away from us as well. And we've got quite it's quite a large area of land that we own, so you don't feel as if you're on top of each other. There's plenty of space there to do various different activities. We've got the water sports activities, which again is run by Sea Oman, and we've got obviously the diving facilities there as well. And one of our key USPs is all-inclusive, something that has lacked quite a bit in the sort of Middle East, and we're one of the first resorts to introduce all-inclusive in Oman. So from a UK customer, they can buy all-inclusive from us. They get breakfast, lunch and dinner, either in Maidan, which is the buffet restaurant, or they can choose to dine in the a la carte restaurants. We've got the all-inclusive package there for drinks, which includes house wine, spirits, beers and soft beverages. They get access to all our recreation facilities as well. So mini golf, tennis, the water park, the aquafun, the 200-meter zip line is all included. There is restrictions in Oman regarding alcohol. So it's served between 12 and 11 p.m, except from 3 to 6 p.m. between Saturday to Thursdays. And on Fridays, alcohol beverages are only served from 2 in the afternoon to 11 o'clock in the evening. Unfortunately, it's run by the government. All the EPOS systems are controlled by the government, so we can't even serve alcohol between those times, but that's not to stop people having a couple of drinks beforehand. The only thing that isn't included is obviously non-alcoholic and alcoholic drinks in the mini bar, and room service. The rest is included. Just got a short video clip to show you of the resort, just give you a bit of an overview. Thank you very much. That's the Millennium Resort Mussanah.
Thank you.
Brilliant, thank you, Andrew. I loved that video, and I just can picture myself now sat on that balcony drinking that cocktail.
I wish I was there myself.
I know. Well, one of you will be. One lucky person will be. They'll win the 7 days all inclusive. So what an amazing prize. So thank you very much, Andrew. Ian.
Yes.
Over to you. Will you transport us?
Thank you. Oh, hang on. Right. Hello, everybody. As I've helpfully put on the left-hand side there, my name's Ian Scott. I look after Ajman tourism in the UK and Ireland. And although that's what I'm talking about today, if you need anything on Caesar's Palace in Dubai or the QE2 in Dubai, then please just give me a call. They're both also my clients. So you know Dubai, you probably know Abu Dhabi, you know maybe even Ras Al Khaimah, but you might not know Ajman. So this is the UAE. You can see how big Abu Dhabi is as the capital. You can see Dubai there as well. And then the tiny little orange space, if you like, is Ajman. So by far, it's the smallest of the 7 Emirates in the United Arab Emirates. But if you can see how close we are to Dubai, you'll also realize that we're only maybe 30-minute drive from Dubai International Airport. This slide was written before COVID. So Emirates used to fly 20 times a day from the UK to Dubai. And I think they'll get back to that number, you know, in time. But the point being is with Ajman, it's exactly the same flight service that you're getting into Dubai as well. So, you know, the regional flying from Emirates all serves Ajman as well. And I think the other thing to say is because we're so small compared to all the other Emirates, really, we tend to be quite good value. You know, we haven't got the big shopping malls and the fountains and so on, or the big tower blocks. It's more of a village atmosphere in Ajman, very, very small. And as a result of that, you tend to get quite good value. It's not moving. Why would it not be moving? Oh, there you go. Sorry about that. So this is, I mean, it's not the best map in the world, but down on the left-hand side, you can see quite a lot of words, and that's really what Ajman is all about. So there's a stretch of natural sandy beach. So our beaches are natural sandy beaches. And that's where most of our hotels are, which I'll show you in a second. We also have 1 or 2 hotels in the city, and then north of the creek, you can see the creek sort of halfway up on the left-hand side. To the north of that, you've got Al Zora, which is where we have the mangroves, which I'm going to show you in a second, and also one of our hotels is there as well. Now, if you say, because we're so small, if you're staying on the beach down on the bottom left-hand side there, you can walk between the hotels, but more importantly, you can just walk into town as well. So if you want to go and see the museum or the souk or the fish market, you can just go for a walk and then walk back to your hotel. So it's very, very accessible by foot, as well as, you know, obviously taxis and so on. And remember, we're only half an hour from Dubai, so all the hotels run free daily shuttle bus services to places like Dubai Mall. So it's super easy to get into Dubai for shopping or dinner or whatever you want to do. Now, this is going to be a short video, and it, I think, probably explains better than I do what Ajman's all about.
There are many good reasons to visit Ajman, but I think for UK visitors in particular, this is going to be the number one. Here we are in early January, and the temperature today is 27 degrees.
From October through to April, the weather is pretty much consistently blue sky and temperatures in the mid to high 20s. In other words, ideal conditions for being outside, relaxing by the pool, hitting the beach, or trying out some water sports. Ajman is just 30 minutes drive from Dubai Airport, one of the busiest and best connected airports in the world. With a flying time of under 7 hours and a plus 4-hour time difference, it works for a short getaway as well as longer holidays, not to mention as a stopover or part of a multi-centre holiday. It's also significantly cheaper than Dubai when it comes to accommodation and dining out. There's a wide choice of restaurants both in the hotels and locally, and the majority of hotels are licensed to serve alcohol. Ajman might be new on the UK tourist radar, but there's already a wide choice of hotels that are well established here.
Most of the resort hotels are here along the Corniche, which is a 4-kilometre stretch of soft white sand.
All the hotels on the Corniche have extensive facilities, including their own private beach clubs. They all also offer Gulf views and, being west-facing, magnificent sunsets. Another hotel option is the Oberoi Beach Resort in Al Zora. Just beyond the city, the Oberoi is currently the only hotel in the area, although there are plans for more. The ultimate in luxury escapism, key features of this self-contained resort include generously proportioned suites, as well as 2- and 3-bedroom villas with private pools. There's also a spa, gym, 2 restaurants, and a spectacular 85-metre swimming pool. On a relaxing winter sun holiday, of course you want a great beach, and Ajman certainly delivers. In total, there's 16 kilometres of natural beach lapped by the warm waters of the Arabian Gulf. With sun, sea and sand taken care of, what else does Ajman have to offer? Al Zora is a coastal suburb, and the jewel in its crown is the Nature Reserve, a unique ecosystem of tidal pools and mangroves, which is home to over 60 species of birds, including a resident flock of flamingos. The best way to explore is by kayak. I took a tour with Al Zora activity specialists, Quest for Adventures.
It's very rare that you come across this sort of place in the Middle East.
Absolutely. Who'd expect mangroves in the middle of the desert?
Yeah, exactly. So we're just really looking, and the idea of the whole project is to make it accessible. We want people to enjoy the great environment, learn a few things if they can, but just enjoy the pleasure of the relaxation.
Running right alongside the mangroves and designed around the tidal pools is Ajman's championship golf course.
One of our unique selling points is the nature at Al Zora. We have 2 tides a day and they vary in height, and the special proposition is that golfers could play a golf course in the morning, which is completely different from the afternoon.
Last but not least, one of the best reasons to come to Ajman is for an authentic Emirati experience.
Ajman is geographically close to Dubai, but it's very, very different. It's way smaller, it's much less developed, and feels a lot more connected to its heritage.
To learn more about the pearling industry, which once dominated the Arabian Gulf, you can take a trip from the marina on a traditional dhow. Visitors are welcome at the many mosques in the city, and spending time in the souks is always fun. To witness the ultimate in bartering skills, the nightly fish auction is fast-paced and a real slice of life here. And of course there are festivals and unique special events which take place throughout the year.
I have to admit, I got a bit of a kick out of telling people I was coming to Ajman, mainly because so few people have heard of it. But I don't think that's going to last. Word will soon be out that Ajman is a great choice for a relaxing winter sun beach break. It's not too far to fly, the hotel standards are high, and your money goes a lot further than some of the other Emirates. But above all else, when the temperature starts to fall in the UK, you can be sure of guaranteed warm sunshine.
So I'll hope you found that helpful. I'll go through the rest of the slides super quick so that I don't repeat myself. But in terms of hotels, we're not like Dubai, like I said, with the smallest emirate, so about 3,500 hotel rooms in total. The main ones that are relevant for the UK market are the Ajman Hotel and the Ajman Sarai. These are both on the natural beach. They're both licensed, so we do have some dry hotels, but these are not. These are fully licensed hotels. And although there might be some restrictions at the moment, these are typically, they offer all-inclusive as well as B&B and half board and so on. Also on the main beach, you've got the Fairmont Ajman, which is probably the most popular for the UK market, and then the Bahi Ajman Palace, which is a lovely hotel, but this one is dry. Aquabounce, I put that in just because it's part of the Fairmont Hotel actually, and just sort of showcases its credentials for the family market. You then have the Radisson Blu in the city, which is a great sort of food and beverage actually in that hotel, and they do have access to the beach, but it's not on the beach. And then the Oberoi that you saw on the video there is one of the best hotels in the UAE, and it's a very different price point from the other hotels which I've just shown you. And then on the Corniche, which is basically across the road from the public beach. So it's not a private beach, public beach here, is the Wyndham and the Ramada by Wyndham. Okay, so culture and heritage. It's very similar to Dubai in that we've got the souks, we've got the mosques and so on. But the difference being, because Ajman is so small, to get to these places is super easy. Just walk out of your hotel and you can be here in 5 minutes to walk through and do your bartering in the souk. Same for the museum. I think it's about 50 pence if you want to tour here. This was the ruler's residence until about 1970, so it's got an interesting history, and you can get through super quick if it's not your sort of ideal day out, but it's quite a pleasant experience. The mosques, again, you saw in the video, so you can just make sure you don't go during prayer time, obviously, but otherwise you can take a trip to the mosque and learn about the local sort of culture and religion. Fish market is a great experience. You can see people just going about their jobs, their local people just going about their business, and you can buy the fish there. They'll cook it for you there. You can eat it there as well. My favorite thing to do is the Ajman Stud, which is a private horse collection of the Crown Prince. All the horses are bred only for beauty. These horses are not ridden at all by anybody, and they're worth millions and millions of dollars and live in quite a luxurious, stable environment. Okay, Al Zora is probably one of our best kept, not secrets so much, but it's one of the greatest assets that we have. And this is it's an area designated as a wetland of international importance. And there are mangroves here where you can take the kayak that you saw in the video and see the flamingos. This is where the golf course is and also where the Oberoi is. There are plans on the left-hand side to develop this area, but that's, I think, going to be quite some time in the future. The kayaking I don't need to talk about. You can see about 60 species of birds really as you go through the kayaking experience, but it's a great way to spend a few hours. And in the same area, again, it's really good for families. They've got the water sports centre there as well for wakeboarding, there's a cable park and ringo rides and things like that. Pearl Dow experience you've seen on the video. And we also do things with sea wings, which you might be familiar with in Dubai also. The golf club, like you said, is most interesting just because it's part of the mangroves, and so it's wet in the mornings and dry in the afternoons, so the tidal flow changes the golf course quite a lot. And the only developments really around this area are in the marinas, where we're building, well, this one's finished actually, some retail developments, very low rise, low key. The shops are all owned and run and managed by local Emiratis, but it's not the big international sort of shopping scene that you find in Dubai. In fact, we only have 2 shopping malls, and really my opinion is they're designed for the local people who are just going to do their weekly shopping. If you're a shopper on holiday, then get this free shuttle bus service to Dubai. Dining, similar story really. We don't have the big international food chains. We don't have Michelin star chefs. So the restaurants you can see in the pictures here are smaller. They're very authentic. They're local experiences. And they're all owned, run and managed by Emiratis. New developments, this is when we're nearly done, I promise. So Marta Ajman, if you walk out of the Fairmont or the Ajman Sarai or the Ajman Hotel, this is a new retail area. It's very small and it's low-key, as in best in the evening, well lit, coffee shops. Again, everything, all the stores are owned and run and managed by local Emiratis, but it's just a nice reason to get out of the hotel. And then if you want to do something a little bit more exciting beyond the Ajman border, still part of Ajman but separate, are these 2 areas which are designed really for people who want to go hiking, mountain biking, a bit of rock climbing, orienteering, that kind of thing. So if you do want to get out of Ajman, there are other places to go. There you go.
Thank you, Ian. That was fantastic. It's a pleasure to always watch that video and just to see the food. The like you you experience a local scene. You're not experiencing the you know, the big brands, and this is exactly what a lot of people want. So thank you. It's great.
I always feel when I've shown the video that there's no need for me to speak, really.
Yeah, but then you can fill us in on everything else which you have done. So thank you, much appreciated, Ian. Thank you very much. As well, don't forget, guys, that every Ajman booking can be logged onto ajmanrewards.co.uk. So keep logging your bookings, and if you're not signed up, sign up already. Okay, Sangeeta and Daniel, I'm going to hand over to you guys now. Fire away.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. It's afternoon here in Dubai, so I just wanted to say thank you very much for the time, for allowing me to present Vida Hotels to you. My name's Daniel Kingston, and I do have an announcement to make. I am a New Zealander, so I would appreciate any references to the Rugby World Cup kept to a minimum. I know it was a year ago, but it's still quite raw as a Kiwi. So I represent Vida Hotels. So I'm currently based at Vida Downtown and Manzil Downtown. However, I'd like to take the opportunity to sort of run you through all of our properties here in Dubai. Just to give you an overview of Vida Hotels. So Vida Hotels falls under EMIR. You may know EMIR. EMIR built Burj Khalifa, the Dubai Mall. It is a very sort of large developer here in Dubai. So we are a homegrown brand. So Vida Hotels is an upscale 4-star properties. We've been in the market for almost about 8 years. First one opened in downtown, and the whole idea around Vida is really providing a space where guests can really feel relaxed, be themselves. We don't try and force our way of doing things onto the guests. And it's really a brand that sort of focuses on freedom. So letting the guests do what they want, creating spaces that sort of inspire. We do a lot with local fashion and art and design businesses. And then also we support a lot of the local entrepreneurs. So we do a lot with the community. And that's where we sort of tie in our whole responsibility angle of not just sustainable responsibility, but also how do we support our local community in bringing either the hotels to life, or even in the menus, the restaurants. So we order local, the foods, oysters from Dibba. There's a lot of local orchards now. So there's a lot of opportunities here in Dubai to work with these local farmers and produce. In terms of the portfolio, so you have Vida Downtown. Vida Downtown was probably the first boutique hotel in Dubai. It was the first hotel not to have sort of gold everywhere and have all the marble. It's a very understated property, and it became the basis for all the other Vida hotels that came afterwards. Vida Emirates Hills is located up near the marina. We opened it last year. It's a beautiful spot right on Emirates Golf Course, so it really creates a very residential feel and vibe. And then we opened Vida Creek Harbour last October. It's in a new development of Dubai. It's where they're bringing the new tallest tower and the biggest mall. But it's a really great spot. It's down on Vida Creek Harbour. It's a new development. You have beautiful unimpeded views of the Dubai city skyline. So it's a really unique property. It's also the largest.
My background.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
Yeah, Sangeeta's got the view. She's not there. I know she'd like to be, but it's a great outlook. Something very exciting. We're opening our first Vida resort in QUWAIN. It's probably slightly smaller than Ajman in terms of an emirate, but it's opening end of this year in December. So we're really excited. It'll be the first Vida resort. And then the last property under our portfolio is Manzil Downtown. Manzil's a modern Arabic hotel, so it sits nicely under the Vida portfolio. Really great sort of residential property. I'll sort of deep dive into the hotels while I have you all there. So as I mentioned, Vida Downtown, it's 156 rooms. It's right down in the heart of downtown. So you're a short walk from the fountains, you're a short walk from Burj Khalifa, Dubai Mall. So it's a really great location, just off Sheikh Zayed Road. So you can still get around Dubai very, very easily. Rooms are very understated, very clean. We keep it very simple in terms of design. We recently removed TV channels. We've installed Apple TVs in all the rooms, so guests can, stream their own devices. You can, the Netflix, the Prime, all the different apps are on the TV. So you're still very much connected. In terms of F&B, we have 3-in-1, which is our all-day dining. It's more of a Mediterranean space. It opens out onto our pool area. And then we have stage 2, which is really a place where guests come together. It's links back to the whole entrepreneurs. It's a space where guests can work, connect. So you can sit there, have a coffee, lunch, a glass of wine in the evening. And it's really become a branded space for all of the future Vidas that have come up. Something we do push with Vida is we provide all of our guests complimentary bicycles. They're not all pink with flowers. We do have other bicycles, really whatever your mood might take. But so we encourage the guests to get on the bicycle and explore the area. Maybe not in summer, but certainly in winter. It's a very doable exercise. And then we have local artists that do installations in our hotels. So the idea is to introduce that Dubai and the UAE is more than just deserts and falcons. It's about, there's a really rich local community that goes on. So we like to bring that to life in the hotels. Emirates Hills, so we head up towards the marina. So about 2 minutes car ride to marina. We're just on the other side of Sheikh Zayed Road, those of you that know Dubai. So it's up near, as I said, the marina, and you sit right on Emirates golf course. So it's a really green space. It feels very residential. Beautiful pool space there. So guests can really unwind throughout their stay. Again, with the rooms product, very sort of clean design, you know, great green outlook. It's very hard to find green outlook in Dubai. So we're very fortunate there. In terms of F&B, stage 2, which we mentioned, on the right there we have Origins. Origins is very much a farm to table concept. So we work with a lot of local farms to bring the menu to life. So it's all day dining, lovely space. And then we have Junipers, which is, you know, we sit on a golf course. You can't have a hotel next to the golf course and not have a gin bar. So Junipers, as the name suggests, is our gin bar. Great space in the evening. So you can, you know, try all the different concoctions that the bar team can come up with. Something that we have started with Emirates Hills is more of intimate weddings. We have a really great pool space. So we've started launching with Vida is small weddings. So we can do weddings up to sort of from 50 to about 200 people. And we work with a local wedding supplier. So she has a special package. She gives all of our guests 50% off on the setup. So it makes it quite an affordable-ish wedding. So it's really something we've done for all the Vidas, and this applies to all the different properties that we have in Dubai. So you can come and get hitched with us. Creek Harbour, so 286 rooms. Here it's, you know, the nice thing with this property is we're literally only 10 minutes away from downtown. We're about 12 minutes from the airport. So whilst you're not right in downtown, you certainly have the accessibility. Being 286 rooms, we also have a little bit of rate flexibility there. So we've done a lot of big groups pre-COVID. We're doing groups of about 100, 150 in there. We have a lot of twin rooms. So it works quite well. This is the view that Sangeeta and I were talking about. So you really don't find that in Dubai, where you can look across. And the other nice thing is nothing can be built in front of us because we sit right on the creek. In Dubai, you know, you'll start with a beautiful view, and in 2 years it's covered by a building. So we're very lucky that we have this. Again, with the rooms, very on brand in terms of the style. From an F&B standpoint, we have stage 2, the branded concept. Courtyard, so that was the space that you saw outside. It's air conditioned, so you can sit out there in summer and still enjoy a drink and a shisha and some Arabic meze. And then on the right, we have Sol Green. Sol Green is a plant-based Italian concept. So it's an Italian food, no meat. As I mentioned, plant-based. The good news is, though, don't worry. Downstairs they have a bistro which serves your pizza and your spaghetti bolognese and whatnot. So those of you who want to be, you know, on brand, you can. Otherwise, you can head downstairs. So don't worry, we won't judge. And then in terms of the leisure facilities that we have, so the art, the bicycles, the outdoor space for the weddings, and then very exciting, soon to be opened, Vida QUWAIN. So our first resort, QUWAIN, is about a 45-minute drive from Dubai Airport. So we're looking at doing a lot of packages with the hotels in Dubai where you can come and stay and then have a few nights up at QUWAIN. Great property. You walk in, you've got the beautiful, sea views, golden beaches. So it's a really, really great spot to be. Again, in line with what Vida is in terms of our designs, very clean lines. We have Origins, it's a similar concept as the Hills. Here we also have SoCal, which is a Southern California rooftop bar. So think sort of, really nice ceviches, cocktails, nice outlook, very, very sort of relaxing. And then our destination bar by the pool. Something with the QUWAIN that we don't have in our other Vidas is a kids club. So we have a kids club for obviously families. And then we also have a spa, a small sort of pocket spa, very quick treatments. You don't go and spend the whole day. It's more about getting, making sure you look okay and then getting out there. The last property is Manzil. Promise this is the last few slides. So Manzil sits right in the heart of downtown as well. We literally sit across from Burj Khalifa and the Dubai Mall. Very much a residential property, although it does very well with corporate guests because of its accessibility to Emaar Square and DIFC and different business hubs in Dubai. But the great thing with this hotel was during COVID, while things were locked down and the hotels were closed, we still kept our restaurants open and they were very busy, which is nice for a guest. So the
Did Daniel just drop off?
I think he did.
Yeah, the internet.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry, I'm back. Sorry, I feel like I'm at the Oscars. I was talking too much. I'm not sure what happened, so let me just very quickly race through. Don't worry, I won't repeat the presentation. So Manzil, as I was saying, very, very much in tune with Vida in terms of the design. And in terms of the F&B, so we have a beautiful courtyard, again, outdoors, AC'd. So as I was saying, during lockdown, these spaces were busy and it's great for a guest who is staying to come and have a buzz in the restaurants. So the courtyard is an Arabic style restaurant, meze. We have Boulevard Kitchen, which is our all-day dining. And then Neza Saucy is a sports bar. So, currently we have the IPL on, the English League is back on, English Premier League. So you can come and watch all the sport at Neza Saucy. So it's a great spot. I refuse the team to play any England rugby matches, but other than that, all other games are live and there for you. Lastly, just to give you an idea of, I'm actually sitting in Manzil, so I am here in Dubai. So I wanted to give you a quick view just to sort of entice you. We don't have the beaches, but hopefully you can see the great outlook. So you really are in the heart of everything. Yeah, so no, thank you very much for your time and hope to see you all here soon.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Sangeeta, do you have anything to add? You're on mute. Hang on. You're muted, unmute.
Sorry. Just to add that please sign up to the EMIR rewards if you haven't. We've got a September campaign offers that have been extended into October. It provides a fantastic added value, some really great deals. So please, look out. And if you need any more information, reach out to me. And the email address is, I'll share it in the feedback. But yes, we're very happy to hear from agents. So please do think of EMIR and get in touch if you need anything from us.
Brilliant. Thank you, Sangeeta. Okay, we've got a few questions that have come in. So the first one's, Andrew, these are aimed for you. Anne-Marie asked, did you have the adapted rooms for wheelchair users?
We do, yes. And we also have ramps going down to all the facilities in the resort as well. So we are very, very much an adaptable property for disabled guests.
Brilliant. And Greg's asked, do the cabanas have any waiter service?
They do. They come with full waiter service, and not only cabanas, any guests sitting around the pool area or the beach, they can also have waiter or waitress service as well.
Oh, super. That sounds good.
You don't have to get off your sunbeds.
Wow, even better. Jacqueline's asked, what bed banks can the Millennium be booked via?
Yeah, we work with multiple bed banks, from web beds, hotel beds, Yaligo. Most of the major bed banks will have access to our rates. If you've got any issues with any of them, just feel free to let me know, and I can point you in the right direction.
Super. Eva's said, hi Andrew, great presentation. What is the situation at the moment with COVID travel restrictions? She's got clients interested to visit Oman at the end of November, beginning of December. Yeah,
at the moment, Oman started flying. Oman Air have started flying from beginning of October. At the moment, though, it is a 14-day quarantine on arrival in Oman, with a PCR test on arrival. Whether that will change, we're still waiting to hear more from the Omani government, but certainly the borders have opened from the 1st of October, which is great news. It's just pending now what they do going forward. At the moment, November may be unlikely to travel, but who knows? You know, this thing can turn around quickly.
Perfect. Okay. Louise has asked, do we have connecting rooms? She's got a family of like 4 or 5. What sort of room would you suggest?
Yeah, all room types we have interconnecting. So whether in superior, deluxe, or our suites. For a family of 4, if they're younger children, obviously we can put more in one room in either the superior or the deluxe with the doubles, and we can put an extra rollaway bed in as well if they are younger children. If they're more the teenagers, I would definitely recommend booking two superiors or 2 deluxe rooms, and we can guarantee interconnecting rooms.
Brilliant, that's good. That's really good, because I know a lot of families will not book without the guarantee. So
yeah,
brilliant.
Yeah, we will guarantee. We're very flexible.
Great. I'll send out Andrew's contact details after the webinar as well. Ian, this one's for you. This is from Julie. She's asked, how much would a round of golf be, and can you hire golf clubs?
Yes, you can hire golf clubs. A round of golf during the week, from memory, is about £120. That includes sort of a golf cart and the locker rooms. And it's about £20 more than that, about £140 if you're playing on a weekend.
Okay, perfect. Andrew, do you have a golf course?
We do not directly by us, but within sort of 45 minutes drive, you have Al Mouj golf course, which is a Nicholas design golf course as well. So again, we can certainly offer that. Price wise, off the top of my head, I think they're very much similar to what Ajman and some of the other Emirati countries would be. But yeah, we can also cater for golf groups as well.
Super, brilliant. Thank you very much. Ian, again, this one's for you. Karen's asked, which tour operators can Ajman be booked through? I know Premier.
Yeah, Premier for sure. If Only, Go Medal, Travel 2, You Travel. We've got a pretty good distribution actually. It's just not, it doesn't get as many pages as Dubai, but we are in many B2B tour operator programs.
Brilliant. Yeah, they're definitely the main ones there as well. Rachel has asked, again, this one's for you, Andrew. At the Millennium Resort Muscat, is the zip line and floating aqua park included in the hotel price, or is there a fee?
Depending on board basis, if they're booked all inclusive, yes, it's fully included. If they're on bed and breakfast, half board or full board, there's a separate fee to use both of them. Whether they use it daily or whether they want to use it weekly, obviously we can do a deal depending on what they're looking for. But highly recommend going for the all-inclusive option because it gives you access to all the recreation facilities.
Perfect, brilliant. Elaine has asked, again, this is for you, Andrew. What is it that was not added to give it a 5-star rating? Having the water park, the beachfront restaurants, it looks perfect. Yeah, it's the official government ratings that we get given. We've got all the facilities there, to be honest with you, to be a 5-star. Millennium as a brand tend to be more that sort of 4-star product. But yeah, we've certainly got facilities to be a 5-star resort. However, we like to invite guests in and manage expectations as much as we can. Perfect. Thank you very much. Sangeeta and Daniel, this one's for you. Chris has asked, what board basis do you offer and can you dine around? You're both muted.
Yeah. So we do have half board and full board packages. And then throughout with Vida, you can redeem those in similar properties. So with Vida Downtown and Mansell Downtown, guests can use their half board and full board between the two hotels.
Super. Thank you very
We're
much.
expecting, of course, with Vida QUWAIN, we're expecting that to have an all-inclusive option, clearly because it is a resort. So yes, we have a choice of meal plans. Yeah.
Perfect. This is a general question. This could appeal to like all of you. Jane's asked, can you kite surf from the beach at any of the hotels or destinations that have been shown? I wouldn't imagine so. I don't see it as a kite surfing. I mean, quite a lot of wind, but are you aware of anything?
You can kite surf in Ajman, but just not on the beaches where the hotels are. It'd be further down on the public beach.
Okay.
Yeah, same with Oman as well. We actually have a lot of sailing that goes on from the resort during the winter months. It does get a bit breezy there at times, so you can do it. Again, it wouldn't be from directly on the beach, just due to health and safety issues. But again, we've got a public beach just down the road from us as well.
Super. Thank you very much. Kate has asked regarding Dubai, do you have to have a PCR for departure also?
That changed this week, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it's just not departures because the UK doesn't.
Yeah, you need one to get into Dubai, but when you're leaving Dubai airport, you used to have one, but that rule changed on Monday, yesterday actually, I think. Yeah. So you do not need a PCR for leaving Dubai.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Eva's just got another question. Just one more question about the current COVID entry requirements. Can tourists travel to Dubai Ajman? If possible, my clients will travel to Dubai this end of November. Many thanks.
They've got to quarantine when they get home and they need a test in order to get in. And it's against FCO advice, but you can.
You do have insurances now covering, and actually some of the hotels in Dubai are covering you for the PCR test as well. So there's options.
Yeah, you can go. I know people that go, but yeah, just be aware of the restrictions in place. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are doing that at the moment. They are travelling against the FCO advice because of the majority of places are against FCO advice. So it seems to be happening. And as you say, Sangeeta, there is insurance now that will cover you. So and it's just the quarantine on your way back, and the way things are at the moment, a lot of people are working from home anyway. So it's no issue. So perfect. So yes, the answer to that, Eva, is yes, you can. That brings us to the end of the questions. I know we've had a few through chat. I hope you've all enjoyed the webinar. So Ian, we've got the question to ask. However, let me just get you all ready. If you go into the chat option, so for this one, it's not the spin to win like we're going to do tomorrow for Andrew's prize. Ian's going to ask a question, and it's going to be the fastest finger first. I know some of you love this, some of you don't like it. So all be ready. You just need to change your screen to all panelists and attendees so that we can all see your answer, excuse me. So Ian, over to you. Tell us what your prize is and ask the question.
Well, the prize is £50, which will be added to your Ajman Rewards account, your MBR account. The question will be, how long does it take to get from Dubai Airport to Ajman?
Oh, lots of fingers here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
some correct ones. Yeah.
The very first was 30 minutes. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah. It's 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Oh, yeah. Carol, you're the winner.
Hey, well done, Carol.
Well done, Carol. I'm just writing this down so I can credit her for you. Perfect. Well done, Carol.
Well done.
Fastest finger first there, and you always say you can't get the fastest finger. You've done it. Perfect. Okay, so tomorrow what I'll do is I'll do a spin to win, so it'll be at 12 o'clock lunchtime, and we'll do that on my Booking Rewards Facebook page. So everybody tune in there. Oh, I've got a few more questions that have popped up, I think. Oh no, I've got a couple of answers to the quiz. Jane and Susanna, you put them in the wrong places. It was in chat, but anyway, you'll remember for next time. And don't forget, guys, as well, every single Arabian booking now, you can log on to myarabianrewards.com. If the hotels are not listed, just let us know on the support app email address, or click on the link at the top of the website and we will add them for you. But everybody is on that's been on the presentations today. And, you know, we do the same webinar every single week. So it's always going to be on the Arabian Rewards every single Tuesday. And I'm sure you'll all agree it's been fantastic. You've learned a lot today. So thank you to our panelists, to Ian, Andrew, Sangeeta and Daniel for taking the time, coming, explaining about the properties and the destinations. It does mean a lot. So thank you very much. And thank you for the incredible prize, Andrew, and also to Ian as well. Sangeeta gave the prize last week. So if she wasn't on last week, she missed that one. So other than that, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Thanks to all the agents for taking the time. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Thanks, Sarah.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for your time. Bye-bye. Stay safe.